Congressman Andy Biggs threatening to shut the government down if lawmakers don't get a deal to close the border. Watch this.
No more money for this bureaucracy of his government until you've brought this border under control. Shut the border down or shut the government down.
You guys show up here, it's pretty dead. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it illustrates that this could be turned off like a spigot at any given time. We sort of joked half-heartedly, maybe we should make congressional trips once a week and help solve this problem. But it shows you that the cartels and the Mexican government have something to do with this, clearly.
Okay, the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, joins me now. Governor, it's not your call, but would you approve of shutting the government down to secure the border?
Listen, the negotiations taking place between Congress and the president concern the president's efforts to try to secure borders of other countries across the world. The president has a constitutional obligation to protect the American border. The president is not doing that. The president has these open border policies that are destroying the United States of America. Congress has this unique opportunity right now to hold the Biden administration accountable and to make sure that they step up and fulfill their constitutional duty and secure the border. So I strongly support the move by Congress to pass laws that will stop this flow of illegal immigration into our country.
So remain in Mexico, bring that back, and if you don't get that back, the government shuts down. You okay with that?
So, Stuart, remember this, and that is just 4 years ago, we had the lowest illegal border crossings in 40 years. And it's because President Trump put into place 4 policies: the Remain in Mexico policy, the Title 42 policy, the end of catch and release, and building a border wall. That's exactly what must be done. Going back, it is Congress, not the president, that has the constitutional responsibility and authority to regulate immigration. Congress has passed laws that could stop the flow of illegal immigration in the country right now. Joe Biden and Secretary Mayorkas simply are not applying those laws, and that's exactly why Texas has taken matters into our own hands, and we are building our own border wall. We have the National Guard down there building these razor wire barriers that you have shown on your screen that are repelling and turning back migrants who are trying to get into Texas illegally.
But the DOJ is suing you, suing your state, over your new border security law, allowing police enforcement officers to arrest illegal migrants. Maybe judges could deport them. What's your response to the DOJ's suing you for taking action on the border?
Well, it's outrageous, Stuart, because think about this simple fact. And that is, we are actually involved in 3 legal actions with the Biden administration right now, where the Biden administration is trying to stop Texas from denying illegal entry into the country. Here's the point. If the Biden administration would put that time into securing the border as opposed to stopping Texas from securing the border, then we wouldn't have a problem whatsoever. But because Joe Biden and the Democrats refuse to secure the border, Texas has and we will continue to erect barriers, repel migrants, as well as bus and fly migrants to New York, Chicago, and other places like that.
How much is this costing you in Texas?
So this has been an extraordinary burden by Texas taxpayers. You remember that wall that Donald Trump put up? We are putting up a wall just like that. Walls and barriers like that are not cheap, nor is it cheap for us to deploy thousands of National Guard to the border. The point is this. Since Joe Biden has taken office, Texas taxpayers have borne the brunt of about $10 billion in cost for Texas to do the federal government's job to try to secure the border.
Some of the mayors of big sanctuary city in America, they blame you for what's going on, blame you for the migrants going to their cities. You're smiling, but would you like to give us a response?
Yeah, I mean, they should be embarrassed because it's utter hypocrisy. For one, all these mayors are mayors of sanctuary cities, and they say, oh, bring us your migrants. And we sent them migrants, and now they're complaining about it. It shows they're hypocrites. It shows the Democrats truly are a party against illegal immigrants, except when it's confined only to states like Texas. What we are doing is small little towns in the state of Texas, like Del Rio and Eagle Pass, et cetera, they have no capability of dealing with these illegal immigrants, and that's exactly why we were having to send them to New York and Chicago, et cetera. And it's just stunning that these mayors are blaming me as opposed to the President of the United States, because it's the President of the United States that has the authority to fix this, just like President Trump was able to fix it.
Governor, it's great having you on the show. We really appreciate your time. Thank you, sir. We'll see you again soon.